The metric that's ruining hip hop on the thumbnail is first week sales, and I kind of agree, bro. That shit is kind of ruining hip hop. I think now motherfuckers judge how good a album, or whatever, how good the artist is doing, or how popping the artist is, or whatever, off of the first week sales. When I don't think niggas really buy music anymore like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know for me, nigga, like, I be having Spotify Premium, and I don't really buy music, though, nigga. Like, I'm really just playing it. Like, I'm not buying that shit. Like, the fuck? So, it's like, first week sales is kind of miscued and all that, and something that everybody held to a mantle, though. So, hey, man, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Y'all let me know what y'all want to see in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Other than that, let's get straight into the video.
Comes to speculation around what's ruining hip-hop these days, there's several reasons that people can name. It's too ignorant. Rappers stopped rapping. The rise of short-form content has even some of the most elite artists trying to make TikTok songs. But today, I'm going to introduce an argument that isn't commonly discussed, and it all has to do with first week sales.
How many faking they streams?
Getting their plays from machines. I can see behind the smoking mirrors. Niggas ain't really big as they seem. I never say anything. I never say anything. Everybody got their thing. Some niggas make millions. Other niggas make memes. I'm on a money routine. I don't want smoke, I'm on cream. We need that code back. I might react to a lot just because of that. Yo, we need that code back. Oh my god. Whole song tough.
And copies sold isn't anything new. In ways that other genres are allowed to boast about their triumphs over their fellow artists. In the past,
that was disrespectful though. I just told that nigga to tow the house, like, as if I own the whole block and shit.
In ways that other genres.
Hey, bruh. NBA Youngboy shows off packs for having 100 gold and platinum singles. That nigga only like, what, 25? 24, 25 too? Shit's wild. That nigga been going crazy since what? 16? Since 2K16? Yeah, YB been putting in that work.
Don't allow for
sure.
Rappers are allowed to boast about their triumphs over their fellow artists. In the past, the focus was on determining who could deliver the most impressive bars. But now that money has become such a big factor in hip-hop, it set a new standard to measure success.
Hip-hop fans and hip-hop itself is competitive. Nobody really brags in the news as artists about chart position.
I probably cut it out.
Before hip-hop.
In a lot of ways, it's really unsurprising that today's artists have fallen into the trap. A lot of them grew up in an era where Kanye West and 50 Cent were actively squabbling.
Oh my goodness, bruh. I'm so pissed at the fact that I didn't get to witness this. Bro, like, oh my goodness, bruh. Like, we are never gonna get no shit like this again, bruh. These niggas were really like, they had a whole show together. Like, they had, like, this was, like, not just, oh, Drake's dropping on this day and Kendrick is dropping on the same day. Let's see who's gonna... No, this shit was actually, like, promoted like a boxing match, bro. Like, when I hear stories or I watch videos on this shit seemed like a once-in-a-lifetime moment. You will never see two big artists that delivered two big-ass albums as they did. Graduation turns out to be one of Kanye's best albums. Curtis turns out to be one of 50 Cent's best albums. You will never see this again. Damn. It's one of the moments that's just like once in a lifetime. That shit is crazy. 50 versus Kanye. Curtis versus Graduation. I think Graduation won, right? I think Graduation won.
Over who could sell the most,
but not that much, by a little bit.
And Curtis were released on the same day.
Great beef, bro.
That Ye would eventually
look at this. Look, like they had a face-off and everything, bro. Like, that shit's tough. Where's the creativity nowadays, man? Let me stop. I hate when niggas do that shit, bro. Oh, hip-hop ain't the same, da-da-da. Like, nigga, it's not 2000 no more. Like, what the fuck? It's 2024. Of course.
And this decisive victory really spelled the end of 50's run at the top in terms of relevancy. Before that, the G Unit leader was contributing to this culture of numbers by going on radio shows like Hot 97
I don't know about that.
and reading SoundScan data.
Who at the top that's a rapper?
It's only 2 niggas in the world that I have ever heard go to Hot 97 and tell them, now, we not running no commercials. Hov during the Rockefeller freestyle and fucking 50 Cent every time he went up there and started reading that fucking SoundScan.
Then you had controversies like the time that Lil Wayne sold 964,000 copies of his album The Carter 4. Immediately, the news that the 2011 record had sold
964,000 on a rap album is fucking insane. When niggas ask me why Lil Wayne is where he is ranked on my list, I always refer to album sales and how much fucking music he has. Are you telling me not even that? Nigga, really, I just go to the mixtape run, bro. Just go listen to all that. Go listen to all that and you come back and tell me where he's ranked. Like, but nigga, that 960 niggas now can't do that. There is not one rapper right now that can do that. Not happening. It's not happening for 2 reasons. One, rap niggas really ain't fucking with it right now. Even though that we had the Drake and shit, niggas ain't really fucking with rap right now. And for 2, bro, niggas is not, they not loping in the clothing bundles anymore. So like that Travis Scott shit that happened, that's not, you can't, you know what I'm saying? It's just straight streams. You're not getting 900 straight streams on a rap album nowadays. Not first week. That fucking insane.
just a little under the million.
Shout
that
out to
Weezy
Weezy.
turned in at his peak with the Carter 3.
Damn,
but what was
I've
a
been
very
talking
different
for
time
7
the
minutes.
industry aroused suspicion. It got so
Holy
bad that at
yappy
one
yappy.
point, Birdman had to step in to defend the numbers and reassure everyone that it was legit.
There are a lot of people saying that, oh man, we don't believe it. They bought and sold albums to themselves.
Nah, man. That really don't make no sense. Why would we do that? I
Yeah.
mean, I press and distribute them. Ain't no need for me to buy them.
That's like hustling backwards, right?
That's
Yeah.
hustling backwards, man. We ain't in it for that.
In the hip-hop climate that today's stars
You ain't
came up
gaining no
in,
customers,
everybody
nigga.
wanted to be on top, and people like DJ Who Kid, who was there to see it all,
Who
believes that has bled into the culture we see today. The 90s is when the younger generation started to pay attention to record sales, and that's when the overall scope of selling records and trying to sell as many records as possible changed for the entire record business. I think people seeing other people's success becomes a contagious situation. It's fucked up how a number makes you not like a song anymore. Although it would have been bad in the 2000s,
That could be said about a lot of shit. Music, movies, hell, even YouTube videos. I'm sure it's a lot of people out there who wouldn't click on the video if it's got under 100 views. You probably wouldn't click on the video if it got under 1,000 views. So for music, nigga, if you see a song and you get recommended a song and that shit only got 200 views, 100 views, 80 views, you probably not clicking it, which is crazy because that shit could be some of the best shit you've ever heard in your life. That video could have been one of the funniest shits you ever fucking seen, and you wouldn't know because the number got your head inflated. That is true, bro, and that's fucking wild, but it's more psychology if anything. I think yeah, it's more like a psychological thing, which is wild.
it's nothing compared to
That-
the social media age we're in today, where every Friday, fans look to see how the latest releases charted and the first week sales they turned in. Most of the time,
Like, niggas be doing this. I don't give a fuck about first week sales, bro. You not signed to my label. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't care. Why are you worried about what these niggas are selling? As if you gotta, you feel me? As if you getting paid from these niggas, or as if, that's what I be talking about. Parasocial ass motherfuckers. This is another form of a parasocial relationship. Why are you so focused on what these niggas are selling? Listen to the music and move on. Holy fuck. Nigga, like, you can tell who's the biggest artist by the aura and all that bullshit. You don't have to fucking stay up on first week sales like you academics or some shit, bro.
This leads people
What
to
are you
dismiss the
doing?
project as a failure.
The music is just trash. It's generic, basic, and you can tell she's trying to find a hit instead of just creating what she loves. She's not authentic musically, and people can see right through that. Instead of worrying about uniting female rappers, she needs to unite her fans. One of Nicki's nines? Oh, she's talking about Nicki.
Causing the album to be largely forgotten regardless of its content. And
Oh,
while they sing
Coi Leray sold 10K. Yeah, niggas ain't buying the music because they feel like Coi Leray fucking fell off instead of listening to her music.
number being enough to make
Same
you not
shit.
care about a project or ignore it completely. This is
Like niggas was just clowning. I seen somebody on Twitter clowning Sexy Red because she sold 23K. And niggas was like, "Oh, she did that with the Drake feature too," and da da da. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up and listen to the music, please. Can we do that? Like, god damn.
causing major problems.
Niggas always gotta add extra shit to just add caveats and so they can hate. Like, god damn, nigga, if you a hater, be a proud hater. Hate in more creative ways, cause yo hating is garbage, nigga. It don't even seem like you hating. It seems like you dick sucking.
Conversations around hip hop.
I'm sorry,
the
but that should
actual
be pissing me
creativity
off.
We're seeing in the genre itself. So how did we get here? And are people
How?
finally realizing that we need to fix it before it strangles the culture?
Let's talk about
The
it,
first week
Luis.
sales culture didn't emerge from nowhere. Like everything, the media has had a huge role in bringing this to prominence. And one of the main people leading this charge
Media
towards
got
fixating on
ass,
first week
by the
sales
way.
is DJ Academics. Looking back, he's been
And I wasn't talking about act. But, like, I think media as a whole has just gotten garbage. Like, the shit's ass. Like, I remember getting up every morning, or maybe not every morning. What was it? Wednesday? Everyday Struggle. That shit used to come on. What was it? Wednesdays and Fridays or some shit like that. Bro, I used to wake up waiting for that episode to drop, listen to that, and you feel me? It didn't really form my opinion on the music, though. I respected the opinions, but it never formed my opinion. And I think that's the problem with nowadays. People are just so impressionable that when you say, oh, first week, when niggas like Academics, which is his job, but they keep posting first week sales, people get a thing of, oh, that's important. Okay, well, now that kind of tells if the music is good or not. And it's just not true, but they're so impressionable, they won't understand
feeding
that.
into this narrative since 2014 at least. Not only publishing first week sales every single week on his social media account, but constantly explaining why they apparently are so important for how we perceive artists.
Which is
This is
not.
where these academics are now with the harsh realization. When you realize that your fucking album you just dropped actually flopped. Now we got two definitions of what a flop is. We got a fan flop and we got a record label flop. Now to fans, which is us, we see a flop as anything that's not competing with everybody else. For example, J. Cole or Drake.
That's not how I see a flop. Me, a flop, like Polo G, right? If Polo G dropped an album, a 8-song album, and I only liked 3 songs out of that 8, flop. You failed, you flopped. That shit, you flopped. I guess, like, numbers do kind of play a part. I'm not going to sit here and act like numbers don't play a part. But, nigga, 90% of it, not 90, I'd say about 80% of it for me is if the music was good or not. Numbers didn't play a little part. Like, okay, well, then the music was ass and you sold like 20K. Maybe you did flop. For Polo G, maybe you did flop. But, like, if the nigga had an 8-song album and I like 6 out of 8 of the songs and he sold 40K, shit, that album was tough, nigga. Like, the music was good and you sold decent numbers. I don't see the... But niggas always used to...
They drop an album and it does about 500,000 first week or so, right? Or even in R&B, say like R&B singers drop an album, they do like 150, right? We think that any other artist, if you not competing with that, nigga, you flop. Nigga, your shit just flop.
Which is just not how you should look at it. Different artists get judged on different scales. Just like how niggas in my comments complaining that I said J. Cole flop. I mean, J. Cole, not flop, but J. Cole was corny for apologizing. It's corny because the nigga it's corny because he claims to be top 3 and he's getting judged at top 3 standards. If Drake or Kendrick did what he did, he'd get cooked. So that's how you should judge this shit. You judge it on how big on the artist scale. You're not about to compare a goddamn Sexy Red numbers to Nicki Minaj numbers. They're not the same level of artists. So it's another thing, but
now for a record label, it's different because
I'm still
for a record
yapping.
label,
15
what they
minutes is
consider
crazy.
a
We
flop,
4 minutes into this
they'll
video.
think your shit is a dud, a waste of time, basically a drink coaster in a fucking jewel case if they didn't recoup. So it's kind of relative.
At every opportunity,
It's
Academics
kind of
has
relative,
guessed on
not
rappers
fully
and
relative.
Celebrated those who are doing major numbers. Just look at how he reacted to Lil Durk breaking the 100K mark.
That nigga work. He just did one.
Here is how to be a video gamer forever in less than 60 seconds. Now hear me out. If you're anything like me, then
20. Yo, clap it up. Can we look at that real quick? Lil Durk, 7220 sells 120 first week. Big dog shit.
Tough album, by the way.
Sorry.
Tough album.
Good shit.
Album was
That's
tough.
great sales.
But what's missing from this is that there was no analysis of the project or why it was receiving these numbers. Ultimately, Academics rarely talks about the quality of the output, and instead focuses solely on the sales and the criteria for who is a big name.
Is that
And
Trap
for
Lil
every
Ross?
celebration of
What the fuck? That's a crazy link up. What the fuck?
And for every
That was
celebration
just
of
weird.
people like Drake, he also weaponizes those numbers when one of his
Against-
enemies is perceived to have.
Oh my goodness, bro. Oh boy. I promise you, if this nigga Meek Mill dropped an album and he sold 10K, we would never fucking hear the end of it. We would never hear the end of that shit. Oh my goodness, bro. Yo, this nigga acting he the
As was
goddamn
the case when He
boogeyman.
was feuding with the City Girls.
And I talked
That-
to almost the
This nigga was feuding with the City Girl. Does beef with niggas, but what the fuck are you beefing with the City Girls for, bro? Like, what are you doing? Some beefs is just like Act just be doing shit just to put his name up there with like, oh yeah, nigga, I beefed with her and that, or I beefed with him and I cleared them and like nigga think he the boogeyman, bro. Like, shout out to Act, he's important to the media, but nigga beefing with the City Girls for fucking what?
of the RIAA. If you don't know who that is, that's the organization that actually certifies albums. So if your favorite album by your favorite rappers, Diamond, they do it. Platinum, they do it. Gold, they do it. They told me this shit went 15 times plastic. This shit was ridiculous. They said, Act, this is the first triple plastic certification we giving out.
Alright,
He
bro.
said the last time they dropped
See.
the record, it went double styrofoam.
A self-described numbers guy, Academics
This nigga.
has even argued that Views is a better album than Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly, and that K-Dot pales in comparison to Drake as an artist based on nothing other. A self-described numbers guy, Academics has even argued that Views is a better album than Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly.
Bro, yesterday I listened to Good Kid, Mad City, and I listened to Pimp a Butterfly fully through. I listened to both of them full through. Views over To Pimp a Butterfly. We're not having that fucking bullshit ass conversation. Act. You got one more strike, buddy, and your opinion will not matter to me. That. Oh my God.
And that K-Dot pales in comparison to Drake as an artist based on nothing other than this data.
It's gonna be basically that what he's gonna say is, oh, Kendrick doesn't.
Pimp a Butterfly first week sold 324,000.
Let him talk.
Okay,
Let him
you
talk.
might have
Fuck
to go
it.
to 16 where he drops Views. Views obliterates that.
Yeah, but I always
Because
have
the numbers,
felt that if
The albums are better.
Kendrick, J. Cole, and Drake all dropped on the same day, most people would listen to Kendrick first.
We would.
No way.
Yeah.
What do you mean, no way? What do you mean, no?
Yo,
He's more anticipated.
Yo, Vlad.
He has way more Grammys.
Yo, Vlad. Yo,
he's
Grammys mean
more.
nothing.
He's more
Yo.
artistic.
Yo, Vlad.
He's not as much of a pop
Vlad,
artist. I get that.
Vlad,
You disagree with me?
Vlad, listen.
You disagree with me on this?
Yo, Hughes.
So there's a couple problems with that. First,
Well, you let the music speak for itself, and not like that, and not like us, literally tripled what Family Matters did or doubled it. So And he dropped that after Family Matters. So they went up against each other and he outsold the nigga. So that just opinion was this views over
it goes
to
against
pimp
some
a
of the
fucking
basic principles of the genre. It
views
used to be
over
about
to
the best
pimp a
lyricists
butter.
coming out on top through skill and talent. But now, it seems like success is more about following trends or relying on famous collaborators rather than pushing boundaries and improving your craft. Besides that, as a majorly influential figure to younger fans, academics treating hip-hop this way means that other people are going to follow
bad.
suit. Through just looking at the numbers of the first
And
week,
that's another
you can't-
thing. Academics prides himself on being like, I don't never want my platform. Like, if I'm ever misusing my platform, let me know. And I promise you, I acknowledge the fact and I move the fuck on and I never do that shit again. Like, bro, I think that's something you have to do to make your platform credible. Your platform can't be fucking credible if you're not willing to acknowledge the fact that you're misusing or you're misdirecting, or you know what I'm saying, you're just not being completely, you know what I mean? And with academics saying, oh, numbers matter this amount much, when it really don't. You should really be focused on the quality of the music. That's misusing. I feel like that's misusing the platform a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of miseducating. There we go. Miseducating. Not misusing, miseducating the fan base. Like, now them niggas is just looking at numbers and not the quality of music, and shit's ass.
Assess quality.
Because
It could be
attention
saying,
spans
like,
are
fast food is
cooked.
a gourmet cuisine just because more of it is consumed. In fact, some argue that it isn't the numbers in the short term that matter, but the legacy of the project. So this makes first week sales a false measurement of success.
Yeah.
A prime example of this is Nirvana's iconic album, Nevermind, which only sold 6,000 units in its first week, but eventually achieved diamond status. Despite this, we are currently in a culture where if enough
Goated album.
is made about poor sales, the album won't get a fair shake. JT from the City Girls once
Which is
pointed out
bad.
that the low first week sales of their album Raw and the negative reaction it garnered on social media made it seem like the album didn't stand a chance.
Shit you gonna hear, but it's
If
not
you
that
don't
bad.
Go
It's
hard
not that
with
bad.
promoting your shit and putting it in people's face. Like, of course, it's gonna miss people, and I feel like it missed a lot of people. And then by the time people discovered it, it was discovered as a joke. Like, a lot of people found out through our record sales because that was probably the most viral thing.
And rather than the City Girls accepting the fact that first week sales are pretty much pointless, their focus on the numbers has gotten worse. To the point that recently, she tweeted a full-on guide on how to stream her album correctly. Because of the fear of getting mocked over their first week numbers, some people
Some
who
niggas
base
don't
their
drop.
entire identity on sales
Some
can
niggas
be
don't
left
drop.
looking goofy because of this pressure. Whether you're an up-and-comer in the game or a veteran, the pressure to sell doesn't discriminate, and when it hits, the effect can be devastating and lead to public meltdown. Whether you're
Oh yeah, bro. When she was going crazy at
Up-and-comer
fucking
in the
Travis
game or a
Scott,
veteran-
she called the nigga auto-tune, man. That shit was
the pressure to
hilarious,
sell
bro.
doesn't discriminate.
Oh my
And
god.
when it hits,
And then you had this nigga Justin Bieber begging for streams when he was facing Roddy Ricch. That shit, yo, I never felt more proud. I never felt more proud to be a fan of an artist, because I was like a nigga, Roddy Ricch, nigga, feed the streets one, nigga. Don't play with me. Nigga, NASCAR, that's some of my favorite shit off there. Let's not talk about it though. So when that shit happened, bro, I was
the
like,
effect can be devastating
go up,
and
Roddy.
lead to public meltdowns. After dropping lines like, to be the queen of rap, you gotta sell records, you gotta get plaques, on the track Make Love with Gucci Mane back in 2017, it wasn't surprising that
Which
Nicki
is part
Minaj
true, but-
had a meltdown when Travis Scott beat her on the charts.
Whole nigga of the week, of course, is Travis Scott.
What did he
Travis
do?
Scott on
What did
Thursday
he
when he
do?
realized the Queen
What
was
did he
about to
even
have the
do?
#1 album in America.
What did he do?
He and his label decided to have Kylie and Baby Stormy put up a tour pass. How
You
are
coulda-
you selling?
You have Drake, Lil Wayne, hello? You have like some of the biggest artists in the fucking world on your side. Use them niggas. What the fuck? Nigga, if I'm Travis Scott and my wife is goddamn Kylie Jenner, she's one of the big ass models. Are you stupid? Are you fucking dumb? And I see I'm about to lose my #1? Are you fucking crazy? Of course I'm gonna be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Go post that real quick. And I expect you to do the damn same. You didn't do so, that's your fault. Don't blame him. What the
Something
fuck? That's your label fault. They didn't think about
does
having
not
somebody else do
have
that.
Anything to do with your album, but it's
What are
being
you mad about
counted
him?
on Billboard as album sales.
You could do
What
the
we
same
not gonna
thing.
Do is have this auto-tune man coming up here.
You use auto-tune
selling
too.
fucking sweaters and telling y'all he sold 500,000.
Man, shout out to
fucking
Travis
albums 'cause
Scott,
he
bro.
didn't. You stupid fuck.
Left so angered that she wasn't
Nicki Minaj, man. Shout out to Nicki, man. Shout out to Nicki Minaj, man. I don't even want to.
#1 in
Shout out to Nicki.
sales,
I have no
and
problems with
Travis's.
Nicki Minaj.
Nicki focused solely
Please,
on Travis's
please, I'm
success,
begging you,
overlooking
leave me
the
alone.
fact that she had
Barbs,
offered her
leave
album
me
with a
alone.
special $5
Holy shit.
bundle, including a poster and a free trial to Tidal. On top of that,
Right, you
she
did
added
this-
the
you could
#1
do the
hit
same shit.
Fifi with 6ix9ine to the project
Which
after
was-
its release, all in an effort to boost her
come on,
numbers. This highlights the unhealthy
like, I'm not
obsession
under-
with sales above all else.
Like, yeah,
it
it's
sometimes
not that
turns
deep.
artists into hypocrites as they prioritize numbers over their artistic integrity. For an example of this, look no further than the change in mentality of French Montana since the first week sales era really got underway. Back when he was first dropping records, French used to be unmoved by it, as he cared about the lasting impact. In 2013,
As it should have
he was saying
been.
things like, "I really believe it's not what you sell, but where you end up at." Look at Akon. He sold 17,000 in his first week. He ended up selling 5 million copies. Look at Shaggy. He sold 10,000 and ended up at 10 million. I know it's going to last forever. I know once people hear it, people will be like, damn, this is really it. After all those big claims back then, his lengthy time in the industry has meant that he's also one of the many who have fallen victim to it now. And as I explained in my detailed breakdown of his career, he started doing anything he could to boost those sales, even if it meant that he had to scam his fans. But even after all that went down, French would go on record complaining about—
That's some shit I'd never do. I would never scam y'all. And if I did, I'll let you know. Nigga, I wouldn't scam y'all. What the fuck? I wouldn't scam y'all. What the fuck do I get out of scamming niggas? Like, that shit kind of weird. You scamming your fans, gang? That's kind of
artists had been forced to comply with this culture.
Nigga, like,
we all brainwashed is gonna have the
that's
biggest
weird as
numbers.
hell.
It's taking the love out of music. People are not making the music that they love no more. People are chasing those numbers. And how you chase those numbers? You go to Rap Life. You go to Rap Caviar. You go to whatever it is. This is what the best songs sound like. I gotta make a song just sound just like that. That's why every time a #1 hit, everybody try to make the beats just like it.
Rather than just being an issue that rappers had to contend with,
Niggas
French
remixed
then
the
said
song
it
to
was
hell
affecting
and
the
everything
quality
else.
of the music.
Niggas ain't standing on nothing. Niggas ain't standing on no style. Niggas ain't standing. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nobody that's really just pushing the envelope. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's brainwashed. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like from the numbers to the swag to everything. It just is, you know what I mean?
Obviously, coming from him after the Mac and Cheese 5 situation, people thought this was really hypocritical.
The fuck is that? Mac
Bro
and
calling
Cheese
himself
5.
out.
The fuck is
Bro
that?
literally dropped 8 versions of the same song for streaming purposes. French never said he was immune to it
I hate
all,
when niggas
but
do
someone
that.
who's been in the
They
game
do
for so
slow
long,
versions
suffering
and
from it
chopping
so
screws
badly,
and all
shows the
that
depth
bullshit
of this
for one song.
problem
Like,
that's been created by the media, fans,
wanna
and the
hear that.
rappers themselves.
Like, nigga, you
Considering
overplaying
people
it,
like
bro.
French
You
and Nicki
overdoing
are
it.
so entrapped by it, some people might think there's no hope. But there are signs that people are finally waking up to it. For example, after the release of his new album, Lil Yachty showed what dropping the obsession with first week sales can get you. On his
Yachty
podcast, Yachty has made it clear that he's knowledgeable about the financial side of the game.
I mean, Wayne did $1 million on a leaked bootleg album. The Carter 3, I had that album months before it came out. By the time it came, absolutely. Nigga at the barbershop had it in the back of his Buick.
And over the years,
That's how the
the
shit
ATL
be,
rapper has
bro.
struggled with trying
That's
to get the
exactly
numbers
how
he
that shit was, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. Bro, what album was that? Beast Mode 2 by Future, bro. Nigga, I had that album a month before. It was like a month or 2 weeks before, bro. I got that shit from a fucking CD store. Whole album, nigga. What? Nigga, what? We was, nigga, I wasn't driving, nigga. I was like, what was, nigga, 16, 15, some shit like that, bro. We was rolling in the car bumping Wi-Fi lit. What the fuck? Bro, that shit used to be crazy. Nah, you can't, niggas don't even really sell CDs no more,
to the
bro.
point that it made him doubt the
I
worth
miss
of
times like
projects
that,
like
bruh.
his debut, Teenage Emotions. When I first released my Teenage Emotions album,
Damn,
I
that
thought
shit was
fire.
fun,
That's shit.
bruh.
Then the sales came back and it did 44,000 in the first week, and I was devastated and so confused. I worked so hard. Since then, Yachty has gone back and forth when it comes to sales, peaking with 64K for Lil Boat 2, which was why.
When emergencies happen, get back on track with MoneyGram.
Bruh, all these damn ads, gang. I understand it though. Shout out to Lou. Because
It's a
nigga.
pretty poor record.
Hey, I understand
now,
the ads,
Yachty
man.
has found his identity as an artist, And in what should be a lesson to other artists, freeing himself from that mindset of focusing on first week numbers.
And you
allowed
heard
him
how
to make
good
the
his
most acclaimed
music,
album of the year.
nigga's
Started.
music is
I did what
like
I really wanted
tough.
to, which was create a body of
He's
work
always
that
been a
reflected
tough
me,
artist, but
instead
his
of
shit
dropping
is
the
tough
secondary
now,
project.
bro.
I was kind of nervous to put out
Nigga
music.
ain't been missing
now
for real,
I'm on
for
some
real.
other shit. It was a lot of self-assessing and being very real about not being happy with where I was musically, knowing I'm better than where I am. Because the shit I was making did not add up to the shit I listened to. I just wanted more. I just want to be remembered. I want to be respected. Following its release, Yachty's Let's Start Here sold 37K in
That
its first
album,
week. That's a little more
fucking
than his
great,
last
bro.
album, but a project that's now beloved by fans. In the week that it debuted, the album was outsold by Trippie Redd's Mansion Music, a 25-track long album that hasn't exactly been
That album
hailed
was
as a
bloated.
classic.
That album
and
was
this,
bloated,
in a
if
nutshell,
I'm being
is why
honest.
first
That
week
album was so
sales
bloated.
aren't the crucially important metric to
Damn.
determine success that so many people like to pretend they are. Because if
not.
the record is disposable, then those
I don't even
numbers
know why you
aren't
niggas
going to
keeping
last
up with it
compared
that
to a
much.
great body of work. And these days,
You're not the
more and more
artist.
people are waking up to that. On Trippie's record, he basically delivered 25 tracks, which didn't stray too far from what he had done before. If you're trying to maximize first week sales, that's a good plan because you'll be appealing to what's popular at the time. But even that is starting to lead to a decline and actually affecting those numbers that everyone is so hyped for. It's even leading hip hop to lose ground to other genres, and it's got people like Offset thinking we're focusing on the wrong things.
I'm noticing that like the numbers are down in our genre specifically because I feel like everything is so the same. Like the next new is another nigga that was just here. Like it's nothing new being brought to the game, not just on the sound side, but just all the way around as like creatively too. Like the most videos be like a Rolls Royce in the background, 2 chains on, and that shit getting boring, fellas. It's like no real entertainment while you got these pop and these country artists smoking shit because they coming with the full round, like the full package, you know what I'm
And it
saying?
ain't the same, like they telling stories and
Yeah,
real songs.
everything ain't flexing.
In the view of Offset,
Bruh, cause you can't have both. You
Yachty's
can't
like
have
me,
both.
unless that are just rehashes of what has already been done. And with the numbers down, what do these rappers really have to lose? Well, unfortunately, until we change the conversation around first week numbers, there's a lot. Because if they spent some of that energy trying to work out how to increase their first week sales into actually growing their connection to their audience, then they can succeed without ever having to worry about that. And it
Yeah.
seems that the real way to get the bag comes from having a dedicated fan base who are always ready to show out for you. And no one has put this better
Cause a
than
lot
Mr.
of
Joey
niggas,
Badass. After taking 5
a lot of niggas like Lil Baby. Niggas can't sell shows, bruh. Lil Baby. Who else had a show out? Metro and Future. They shit wasn't really selling like that, bro. Niggas ain't connecting with their fans like that, bruh. Niggas don't want to go to your shows, gang. Like what the fuck?
years out of the game, Joey returned in 2022 with the album 2000.
Tough.
But rather than sweating the numbers he did, he focused on what really counted. I feel really compelled to say, fuck first week sales. They simply do not matter anymore. I mean, when's the last time anyone you know bought an album? We can all stream anything we want, but in order for it to count as an album sale, you need to
have
listen
to-
to every song like 1,000+ times. They're trying to make it seem like everybody flopping when in reality they changed the rules. So someone please tell me why the fuck anybody is still worried about that. They're trying to take the power from the musician because they never learned how to measure influence properly. At this point, just shut the fuck up and enjoy the music.
Literally!
Saying that got him some blowback from those obsessed with numbers. But Joey had the answer to that by showing that he had something a lot of major stars who do better first week sales than him don't. And that's the ability to sell tickets and make some real money. In the streaming era, everyone has ignored making something engaging in favor of making what really sells. As a result, the focus on first week sales has stifled rappers from taking chances because they want to be seen as doing mainstream numbers. Now, with hip hop sales on the decline and audiences getting restless,
Talk about it.
it's time for people to take more chances. Rather than wondering about what figure DJ Academics is going to post after your album has been out for a single week. Because if you make something really great, then whether it's through people flocking to your shows or organically making a big splash on the charts, the talented rappers will get what they deserve.
True. Talent, hard work outbeats talent when talent fails to work hard. As simple as that. And on that note, stop worrying about niggas' numbers, bro. You are not the artist, you are not the label. Listen to the music and move the fuck on. It's that serious. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below, bro. Like, comment, subscribe. Other than that, man, I'm out. Like I said, just enjoy the music, bro. Enjoy the music. Enjoy the content. Stop worrying about numbers, bro. Yeah, we're out.